In some regards, it was funny to see him. But those last couple of battles, Bluey, that was supposed to be a final fight. How dare you take almost 3 weeks to upload, huh? How dare you? Okay. Phew. I guess that wraps things up, I guess. So, what are we going to do now? What to do? Looks like your body did turn back into a machine. Yeah, I guess it was nice to be able to forget the things I should forget. At least for a brief while. You said the people you have turned into the books in the libraries are going to come back, right? But so far, the only one to revive were the Blue Reparation and his croonies, right? Well, they will regain consciousness to find themselves lying somewhere in the city, as if waking up from a long slumber. There wouldn't have been any uncertainty had you not intervened at the last moment. Thanks to you, I have no idea when or where the people will reawaken. So they're still coming back anyways, right? Well, that's a relief. I had a feeling this would work out. Or rather, this would work out. So why did you do such a thing? If you weren't even certain about it. I mean, she was ready to sacrifice all for everyone else. It doesn't hurt to do something I actually want for the sake of myself, right? I got sick of waiting profile my whole life. Well, you still have something you are hiding from me, don't you? Well, the puppeteer told me one thing before I made the jump here. When you get in there, it would be nice in several ways to do what you want without letting anything hold you back at the end, kid. Seeing you slowly vanish into the light, her words hit me. So you were regretting that she just disappears like that? It kind of sounds as if she was anticipating everything. Was it by the puppeteer's assistant that you could intrude into the library? Yep. You read in a book that you can jump between dimensions or whatever, right? I was honestly doubtful about the whole deal, but I eventually decided to get some help from her. And that is how you ended up in here, huh? And here, you dropped this. It's the list of wishes that I wrote. I don't think I can accomplish half of the things I've written here with a body like this, though. Well, that's something we gotta figure out now, from now on. There probably won't be any absolute answer or whatever, but there are as many people as there are stars out there, all intertwining with one another. And every one of them has a different story and a different answer to it all. True. Could it be? Could it actually be? The credits! Oh, it's been so long! God damn it, point of no return, right? Point of no freaking return. That's actually the first time in all the games that I have played so far that the game would tell me something like that and let me wait for hours until I reach the actual end. Oh, we're going to have another song. Oh, that's great. That's really great. But you know what I mean, right? Usually in most games you have maybe a final boss fight that goes up to maybe, I don't know, 2-3 hours most. Not 11. Actually speaking, wait, not even 11. It was 11 for the ensemble. 5 different boss fights for Angela. I mean, I would literally consider all phases a separate boss fight, depending on the cards that you bring. Then we have the ensemble. So pretty much we had like 16-70 boss fights that all took like 30 minutes each, maybe even more. And that's not something I usually run upon while going after or like going past the point of no return. It's usually something that you would say for post-game at most, maybe. Or for side quest, optional stuff, not a boss fight near the end. But it's also kind of alright. I mean, at this point, the game gave me multiple opportunities to pretty much test out all of the decks that we had available at this point, right? I had so many fights, so many gimmicks I needed to keep in mind. I mean, at some point I pretty much brought charges into pretty much every floor. Yeah, the charges decks were just way too great. I could combine it with anything else, and it was still great. But still, I like how many options you have in this game, right? You aren't really forced to go for youngest all the time, right? I mean, I still use it near the end, simply because, I mean, it's the final anchor, right? When is the best moment to use youngest? If not for the actual final encounter, right? But you have so many different ways to beat a fight, it's kind of crazy. I guess that's one of the points for the game itself. I mean, you can literally play through this game over and over again with different types of sets, different types of challenges. I even heard something about the solo run. Somebody was trying to beat the whole game with one char on each floor. Not entirely sure if they were swapping out different floors at times. But nevertheless, it seems like it's possible to beat this game with one char only, with counter dice and all the other stuff. You don't even need to rely on Gabora for that. Or even Tiferids. I mean, we have a couple of floors that are perfect for solo play, like Tiferids and the Exodia deck kind of thing. And I guess Binah's floor would work out as well, seeing how we have the Apocalypse Bird and all. But from what I understand, it's also possible for us to beat them on the other floors as well, right? As long as you keep up with the counter dice, that's the thing. If you play a solo, you have to get the counter dices, right? You kind of have to. There's no other way around it. Especially at a certain point when the enemies have so many different dices. It's getting so quickly overwhelming, right? It's crazy. But nevertheless, I can safely say I really enjoyed this game. I was a bit skeptical at first because it was a card game, and I usually don't really play that many card games. I mean, I did enjoy Exil Union as well, which surprised me as a Fire Emblem mixed card game as well, so at the very least I had a head start with that. I already got kind of used to deck building thanks to that thing, which was really a lot of fun. But it didn't really compare to this one. This one is crazy. You had the passes to think about, the different compositions, how different combat pages work alongside each other, smoke decks who are just broken in pretty much all the floors, maybe you want some paralysis, maybe some bleed, maybe some burn. It's like I was playing an Edwin Odyssey game combined with a card game and all the other stuff that I learned from other games. It was so nice. It's really rare for a game to actually make use of all the ailments available, right? And the best part, we even had range options in this game as well. Sure, they were quite limited in form of guns, and only guns. Personally, I probably would have preferred bows. But it's still fine, right? That's still fine. Now you guys probably wonder, hey Ray, what are you going to do now, right? Are you going to start Nimbus now, or what about the mods? I think you mentioned something about the mods. And actually speaking, at this point, there's one thing I should mention right away. Nimbus is certainly going to come. I watched the trailers. I actually read a couple of things about Nimbus as well. It seems like it's actually possible for a free-to-play player to play this game relatively decently through it. I mean, you don't really need to buy anything in order to get other egos from what I heard. So, we can get around to pay to win stuff. So that's fine. That was one of the worries why I didn't touch Nimbus at all up until this point. And about the mods, I'm not entirely sure yet. I mean, at this point, we already reached the full picture of Librariens of Ruina, right? Angela was ready to let everything go for the good outcome for everyone, right? Now, if I were to extend this journey even further with mods, I'm not entirely sure if that was something that Angela would want for herself. And I certainly would say after this marathon, and especially today, I mean, right now I have like... Oh, the part is going to be so long, I have to cut it somewhere. But yeah, I already recorded so much today. You guys wouldn't believe it. I was fighting through Agalia, Black Silence, all of the Angela fights, now the Encore, and currently we have 2 AM in the morning. But hey, at the very least, I managed to beat it. 1 weekend. Right, then 2 weekends. So that's good enough, right? That's good enough. Oh, after this I need a long break. And yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why I'm a bit hesitant about the whole mod thing. Right? Nothing about the mods. I heard some really good stuff about it. Some of you guys have extended the story for Angela as well, from what I get. Even the R-Corps are going to get more corpse groups around here, like the Reds and the Raven. I read something about the Ravens. But after everything I've went through the last couple of weeks, I think I need a little break. Yeah, I certainly need a little break from this game. So yeah, you can probably expect 1 or maybe 2 week break after this, 100%. I need to settle everything first, and I still need to draw the thumbnails for Olympus Company. I haven't even started that yet. And actually speaking, let me think. Yeah, right. I started my Discord channel. I'm probably going to start my Discord channel. Maybe next week, probably last week. Not entirely sure when this part is going to come out or when I'm actually going to jump over my shadow, but we'll see. I actually finally have decided to open my Discord channel. So that is also around now. I think I promised already, I mentioned it around December, but life got in the way and other stuff got in the way, and then I kind of forgot about it entirely, and now it's finally here, and it's here to stay, and I'm actually going to make sure to visit it as often as I can. Every time when I come home, 1 hour at least, I'm going to check you guys out, just to see what kind of things you're doing over there. After all, just commenting in the YouTube section is a bit weird. The notification isn't always on point. Sometimes I won't really be able to... oh god, I'm reading too much. Already I'm saying too much. But you know what I mean. In the comment section, it's a bit weird. YouTube doesn't notify me for pretty much all of the messages. And that is one of the reasons why I've decided to open up one of my own Discord channel. That's just going to make it easier for everyone. Especially since I don't need to feel a post cutscene. But you know what I mean. Especially in a Discord channel, I can be a bit more open about stuff. I can just lazy around. I don't feel bad about spamming you guys with random remarks in my community tab. That's one of the things I'm always hesitating about when I post this stuff over there. Because I don't really want to annoy you guys with random remarks. Okay, post comment, Roland. Oh, by the by, I thought this library falls to bits for the most part, but it looks like its power is still here. Or rather, it's still there, right? There's got to be a horde of people watching for a chance to raid this place out there, but no one has broken in so far. Really? Even though everything is falling apart? I find that peculiar as well. Cena? Oh god, it's a claw. Oh god, that marking. No idea where that is, or who that is, but that symbol on the clothes. No! No! Don't tell me. Don't tell me. That can't be. Well, that, Angela, is because the library is the shell of your mind and consciousness. Or ego, as you call it. It's the consequences of making a decision that only a human could make. One that couldn't be further from what the residents of the city would choose. How long have you been here? A visitor from the... Oh no! The head, huh? I and Claude too. barrel, or I don't know. Keep perfectly still, or you'll be torn apart. Remember, even you, of all city folks, can be ripped to shreds in your current state. I guess we no longer have the protection of our light bodies either, huh? He's still covered in blood. Yeah. No light recovery anymore, Roland. That's bad. You may have concluded your own little tale, but the distortion still continues to grave its mark on the city, so we didn't fix anything. That new color has permeated the city much too profoundly. So now the head is going to hold us accountable for the phenomenon. Is that it? No one could be held responsible for the distortion at this point. I mean, the distortion literally comes from the people themselves, right? It breaks my heart to think that it might shift the ecology of the city we had cultivated with care. Well, if that's so, what brings an agent of the head here? And why so late? We're here to expel you and your library from the city, and to retrieve a certain degraded colleagues of ours. Are you after Binah? Don't you freaking dare, Cena. You mean... Don't you freaking dare, Cena. I'm telling you, Binah is one of us now. This structure in its entirety will be driven out and relocated to the outskirts. The library has already become an impurity of the city. We couldn't stand by any longer. Are you disturbed by its powers? Not quite. The sole reason is you, Angela. An entity that isn't human, entertaining thoughts that only a human should have. You poor machine. No matter how much you contemplated and enriched your mind, you cannot become human if you aren't born as one. When I thought you might turn into human at the end, you let go of all you had during that critical moment. Had you fully become a human at the accumulation of the ordeals, the city would have been more willing to accept you. But alas. I don't really care if I have to stay as a machine. A machine with a heart has no place in the city. You cannot break free from your origin, which defines you. And why does it matter? I'm the only one who has a say in defining my identity. I don't need any flimsy husk to do it for me. How contemplating that the line of thought is so dangerously close to what a human must aspire to reach. You're further demonstrating why we cannot let you be. For someone who loves to preach humanity, you sure seem fine with letting the distortion cause many scenes in your precious backyards, huh? True. By all manners of means, distortions are one of many aspects of humanity. Their existence is not wholly wrongful from our point of view. It was simply time for them to emerge. Are they not more bearable than a meager machine putting up the charade of being human? Maybe in your eyes. So do yourself a favor and throw away that crumbling piece of paper. You've done something so cute, so nervously. You also know about the list? Her wish list? The eyes really watched everything around here, huh? And what if we made you kick the buckets here, huh? The explosion will take place as planned. It's inevitable. This matter goes beyond you and the library. Alcorp itself was a stain and a blemish to the head. And no wonder it is, to throws over Alcorp's singularity and its end goal, to dispatch an arbiter by the name of Binah. No, it was Garion, wasn't it? Regardless, it ended in utter failure, did it not? Well, Garion did such a sloppy job dealing with it, and now the chasm has grown too wide. Angela, the machine with the mind of a human. The door mustn't be closed because of something like you. If I'm understanding this right, you wish to put me to death and kick the library out of the outskirts. Is that correct? You guessed right. You want to kill my Angela? Are you kidding me? I exist in this place as myself, standing on my 2 feet with my own strength. I have no problem brushing off the bullshit you're spewing on my doorsteps. And you sure are some verbose company, just like Binah. You always add needless comments, as if you just can't help it. Executioner? Did you trigger her? Maybe a little. I thought the library ceases pretty much all of its function. Yeah? Well, as that arbiter said, the library is my ego. In that case, I can perform such feats without breaking a sweat. Although, this is only a temporary retreat, similar to how a guests are greeted. We're finally receiving a guest from the head itself, huh? I guess these are the last one we get to greet from here. It seems they are. I don't have to stay in this nest anyway. Good for us then. Saves the trouble of packing stuff up to move. True. I mean, I guess it would be quite troublesome for us to actually... Oh god. To move the whole library, I guess. I mean, if it is your ego, you just can't leave it behind. Can I see your passives? Guys? Can I see your passives? I don't see your passives. 30-30. I can target her. 30-30. How the heck am I supposed to be the 30-30? I mean, I can certainly block damage a bit. How much health do they even have? I can see their HP, I can see their stagger. He has a pierce resistance, so... I mean, I could technically inflict some bleed. Or I'm just going to go for the strength. Yeah, the strength might be better for us. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Oh, that's gonna do us so much damage! What the hell are you doing? What? Ooh! Well, there goes my stagger. Okay. I already lost 50% of my HP. Well, that's just a great start. Well, are you exhausted already? You have yet to even expend any real effort. Well, it's not like you guys were fighting 14 fights in a row, huh? Executioner, I'll finish them. Halt. You have shown up at last. Well, have we met before? So that is why Angela asked me to hang in there. It was to wake you up, huh? What? You ain't pleased to see me coming to save your ass? Well, I'm not really complaining, ma'am. But don't worry about it. Just pull yourself together and get them. It's too early to flop down, you know? True. Alright, thanks for coming. I definitely was not going to make it through this alone. It's a relief to have you. Can't guarantee that I'll power through this either. I mean, she's probably really tired as well. Well, we'll have to try and stop them for as long as we can. Know that joining forces will not change the inevitable outcome of this. Nevertheless, your efforts certainly are a joy to witness. Truly and indeed. While I would not mind to spectate the situation from a distance, we must see to it that this place is dealt with thoroughly, so it would be wise for me to participate. So she's going to join now? This just got more troublesome! Well, at the very least we have Gabora now. Do you have passives now? Nothing. Great. Okay, extirpation. Deal extra damage. 918. Trail 711. 710. This die cannot be destroyed. Line. Dice on this page and the page clashing with it are unaffected by power gain and losses. Target. The die cannot be recycled. Thick line. Dice on this page cannot be affected by power gains and losses, so I can't rely on my strength boost, even though I just got 2 strength boosts. Great. target cannot be recycled. 15 to 20. Great. You already start with lowered costs. Did you get something else? Maybe you still kept the stuff from the last fight. Okay, we're going to go for the onrush against him. I guess Gabora has to tank the thick line. I mean, she has bash resistance, so she should technically be fine. Maybe we're able to counter the other line with lever slash. I'm not entirely sure about that, but we're certainly going to inflict bleed on everyone, so that's pretty much good enough, in my book at least. So much for that. I was able to block it. That one was successfully redirected. A couple of good hits. There we go. Bleeds. Lots of bleeds. We need all the bleed. I'm just going to hope that the bleed stuff is gonna work. What the hell are you doing? You're not supposed to. Oh god. Isolated. Without a way out. Your state is nothing short of pitiful. Huh? You still managed to hold out for a greater deal of time than we anticipated. It's a shame that it must end this way. Now. Oh. Binah! My Binah! Great! And stagger recovery as well! It is indeed true that verbosity leaves you vulnerable. Well, now it's 3-2, huh? But the table have turned! Garion. That is a name I have not heard in a long while. Although I suppose that name is not for me anymore. Despite having received news from you, I didn't expect you to come out and greet us this late. Well, what took you so long? Well, I was simply watching you from afar for a moment. Really now? Until we got all bedded up? Look after yourself before blaming me. This drive will have to resume soon enough. Not only did you fail to responsibly perform your duty, you have fallen asleep here and turned your back on us. How imprudent of you. However, I suppose we can call you to account later. We will tear down your grave and extract you before long. I can only pity you in your vain endeavor to seek an entity whose husk is all that remains. Right, didn't you say that you removed all of her memories? I mean, if you get her book, it's pointless. I see, maybe that is one of the reasons why she did that to herself. She was playing one final trick on you guys. Executioner, be prepared. It will take place any minute now. Any minute now? Thin line. Dice cannot be recycled. Birdcage. 610. 813. One hit, see the speed die. Oh, I don't really want that. Serum Air. 1827. Trails. 710. 711. 710. I already hit him so much and I barely scratched that guy. I don't want to lose my speed die. It's not like I can use my strength boost either. I guess you kind of have to tank that one, Roland. I'm really sorry, but you have to tank that one. Woo! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We blocked the seal dice. That's all that really matters. That is all that really matters. I was also able to apply some fairies, so that's good. The damage was lowered. We get the strength boost. Perfect job. And no more cards for him, hopefully. Oh, she has light recovery. Block is not helpful at all. Oh, that's just great. Combat start, cover 50 HP. Are you kidding me? I barely did damage and you already recovered? Oh, combat starts, so it's going to do it right away. I don't have a good card on Roland, which is very unfortunate, but at the very least we have a way to recover some light. Maybe I can steal their speed dices. Maybe if I can steal their speed dices, it's certainly going to help. not able to stop the heal after all. Oh god. Oh god, Gabora, I'm so sorry. The strength is just not working. The strength is simply not working. They have so many high dices. So many dices, and now you gain an extra one. Okay, wait, I can do something about this though. I can do something about this. Screw you, I'm gonna destroy that one. And I'm going to activate Furios, so hopefully, maybe. Not entirely sure, but I would love to, because I'm literally running out of HP! Roland, we are running out of HP! So I really hope that's going to be alright. Oh god. Yeah, Binah can tank. Binah can tank, certainly. Binah can certainly tank without any issues. Look at that girl. What do you mean? What do you mean you attacked me first? I was about to destroy that page. Wasn't it supposed... Oh god, I got staggered as well. Ouch! That card wasn't range, right? Or was it range? It's that now. Incapacitated. Cannot participate in battle in this act. This die cannot be destroyed. What the actual hell? That means I can't destroy it with Furioso either, right? It's almost like the game knows what I'm trying to do. Which is bad. Which is really bad for me. I mean, why not? At the very least, the protection is going to be helpful. A little bit at least. Oh, that's gonna hurt so much. I don't care. Still use Furioso. I mean, I haven't seen it up to this point. At the very least, I get to see it, right? At least we have a chance to see it. Unless this one is trying to get into our way, like usual. Oh, and I also kind of need more light recovery after that. Yeah, there's no way any of my shockwaves are actually going through. Actually, I got one hit. 2 hits. I take it. A little bit of protection. Is it gonna help? Probably not. Roland's gonna die. Roland's certainly going to die. At the very least, it looks cool, right? At the very least, it looks cool, even if I can't destroy the dices. And he's about to kill me. At the very least, it looked cool before he died. Oh man. Oh man. Huh? 27, 13. Mass summation. Great. Just great. Pillar, please. Am I dead? I think I might be dead. I might actually be dead now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm staggered. I'm so dead. I'm so freaking dead. Oh god. What is that fight? That was really... I have to win that? Oh. Problematic. Why is that? So it is in range, but it is still faster than my Gabora. Good to know. Well, give me a second. I guess I kinda have to do that all over again, huh? Kinda. Not strong enough. Shoot. I was kind of hoping that she might go over 30, but Ugh, sadly not. It's fine. She's not staggered yet. Come on, I almost got her staggered. Just a bit more. Just a tiny bit more. Almost there. So, there's a high chance Roland gets staggered. But if I'm lucky... Okay, both of them blocked. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Come on, we're going to get him. We're going to get him staggered. Just a tiny bit more. Just a tiny bit more. He's almost there. He's almost there. Why are they always so tanky? I can't even tell how close I am. Oh my god. Okay. Am I getting him? Not even close. How much does he have? Just how much? Why is it suddenly so much? This is not good. I have Shockwave again. I have Pillar. I have another Pillar. I could go for the Pillar. The Pillar should keep me safe. I think. The question is Pillar better or the Shockwave? I'm going to go for the Pillar. And I'm going to keep my Roland alive. I'm going to redirect that one. Who's that? That's this guy. Everyone, attack Binah. Roland. We're running out of power, Roland. What am I gonna do with you? Can you at least get him? I mean, he's almost there. He is almost there. Strength boost, please. And this. And this. Please, at the very least, get him. Okay? At the very least, get him. That's literally the last thing that I can ask. I'm literally running out of anything. Please get him staggered. He's almost there. You almost have it. What? I don't even get to stagger. Cutscene. What the? What's up with that tremor? Looks like they're going to press ahead with the plan. Garion? As much as it shames me that we failed to retrieve your once crumbled body, the end is nigh. This place will be expelled as planned. Prepare to be sent to the outskirts, a truly great distance from the city. Beget not fear. You're simply being relocated to where you belong. I only ask that you do not return. The city cannot leave room for beings such as you. For now, we shall kindly move you to the outskirts, but should you return to the city, we would consider it such that you have chosen to disregard our kindness. So mark my words well, and stay where you rightfully belong. The outskirts, huh? Well, I almost got the claw! I almost got the claw. God, I need 5 guys. 3 guys are just not enough for those 2. They are just not enough. Nest-wide broadcast? The explosion will begin in 10, 9, 8... Are they really sending us out in the outskirts? Are we in the outskirts? The outskirts looks much more barren than I had imagined. Their whole library? Just like that? I guess that is how it is here. Now, what do we do? I plan to live on, and I plan to change. Change what? Well, my vengeance, of course. It hasn't ceased entirely. I'm still eager to see it through. I will continue to write books and reopen the library at some point. It will likely won't resume immediately, though. Really? Before anything else, I've decided to change course. From now on, I properly face who I should direct my anger at. Tragedy and suffering, not unlike that we went through, would keep happening on a daily basis in the city. Thus, if that is the case, I want to know why such pain is perpetuated. Why aren't they not doing anything about it, even though they might have a solution for that already? I don't think I'll ever be able to be part with my resentment and wrath otherwise. Well, yeah, like the whole dreadful thing you mentioned, right? A word of advice from a former city folk. It won't be an easy road to take. You would have no idea where to start. If you ask me, it's as natural as water flows, in a city full of humans. Tragedy and violence and loss follow as a matter of course. I'm still going to give it a shot, even though the journey will be quite long. Perhaps this is one of the ways I can repent for what I've done. Of course, the library will be run in a different way from how it was up to now. I mean, we won't really invite them in order to turn them into books anymore, right? I mean, that's already past us. We are no longer gathering delight, right? That's this, and this is that. That is this, and this is that, huh? Did you change the... Yeah, she changed it. What about your list, then? Since the circumstances have changed, I have to rethink my wishes, then. Sadly, I won't be able to taste that sick meat stew with this body. Well, that's a huge shame. Putting that aside, isn't it time you let me in on your secret now? What do you mean? The biggest surprise you've had here? Oh, that. You somehow remembered it. Roland, have you seriously forgotten? She's literally unable to forget anything you've ever mentioned. I can remember anything, you know? Well, this one is really personal. You have all the time in the world. I can wait years for your answers. Alright, fine. I actually wanted to write a book. And about what I've seen of the city and its people. Do I give up because I had no talent in writing whatsoever? My writing was just too crude. I couldn't show it to anyone. Well, I would love to give it a read. Laugh at me if you want. A grown man like me wanting to write a book. I will laugh at myself too. It's not laughable at all, though I do find it surprising. Recording the city and the lives of the people, huh? Don't tell the other librarians. This stays between you and me, alright? Keep it zipped. Alright, shall we write a book together this time, Roland? It would be my honor, Miss Director. Wrong. Try again. You should know by now that's not the right way to address me, don't you? Sounds good to me, Angela. And with that, I think that was literally the last fight, right? No more surprises. What the hell is that? Unity a Blaster? You're going to give me the cards of the Black Silence? Taste test? Shade Strike? Open Ceremony? Holy hell. There's no way. Where am I even supposed to use them? Where am I even supposed to use them? That was the last fight, right? Thanks anyways. I really... oh yeah, my egos. I really appreciate all of it, but they could have appeared a bit earlier, especially my abnormality pages. Hammer and nail, huh? When she strives the nail with her hammer, the crack in the mind will grow too wide and shatter completely. That's the wrong location, girl. You need to aim around the eye area. You are the lobotomy abnormality, right? Huh. Upon a successful pierce attack, inflict 1 nail to the target. If a character with nail is hit with a blunt attack, they take bonus damage equal to 5 times the amount of nails in them. Then all stacks of nails are removed. Is there a limit how many nails I can stack up? Have to try it out at some point. Not today though. How much time? 3 a.m., huh? 3 a.m. Yeah, I need to go to bed very soon. Okay, let's read this really quickly. Leah. The girl remained silent. She would simply glare at the core of one's inner sight with her deep eyes. Single ally. Deal and take twice as much physical damage. Guilt. However, when she met a person carrying guilt or fear, the girl reveals the nail and hammer she held back behind her back. Single ally. Reduces incoming stagger damage by 1/3. When hit, the attacker takes stagger damage equal to the physical damage this character has received. Great! Wrist Cutter 19 to 27. Purge strength, endurance, and protection. All buffs gone. Great! Aspiration. Doses half of your current HP. Give 1 strength to all allies next scene. A buff for everyone. With 24, 36. Also good. Marionettes. On use, all of the user's pages cost 1 more for the next scene. On hit, inflict stagger damage? No, just regular damage. Why would I want to increase the cost of my pages, marionettes? Why the heck would I want to do that? Not entirely sure, but we have that. A Frost Splitter, mass individual, inflict bind and feeble twice with 7/12, 8/13. Great. Artwork is beautiful. And somebody's having fun, huh? Remorse. On hit. 3 random enemies inflicted with a random status ailment. From paralysis, feeble, disarm, bind, and fragile. Individually determined. 8/13, 8/13, 8/13. It's a bash attack, so that means I can trigger it with the nails. Great! No, but seriously? I need to go to bed now. I hope you guys had fun in today's part. And in the next part, we are probably going to see if this game has any type of different endings. I think one of you guys already mentioned that there were a couple of them, so we're going to check them out in the next part. Hopefully I don't have to fight all 11 battles again. Hopefully. But we'll see, right? That's something I'm going to worry about in the next part, next week, at the very least. Let's not think about it now. I hope you guys had fun, and see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye!